Hello, 'tis I, Fat Cow. I want you to picture a scene. Foodie is sitting on a gaming chair in front of a table. The table is laden with fast food. Probably a curry, multiple curries, and rice and other sides, and naan bread and poppadoms. She has a bottle of Pepsi, not diet, regular Pepsi. She also has pickles. She has to have pickles. And she is stuffing her face, mumbling to herself. She's raging. And she is desperate to get on her phone. But she knows she can't. She knows she can't because she hasn't thought up a good enough explanation for what's happening. But she's counting down the days. She has written out so many scenarios, so many excuses. She just can't find the one that makes her look like the victim. There isn't a scenario that she can think up currently that doesn't make her look bad. This is terrible. She wishes she was smarter. She wishes she was more eloquent and witty and articulate. But it's just not coming to her. I can't think of a reason why everything has fallen to pieces where I don't look like a fucking idiot. She glared longingly at her lipstick. Don't worry, my love, she says to the red lipstick. I'll get to wear you soon. Just give me some time to think of a reason. Chicken biryani dripping down her chin, tandoori stains over her chest. Her hands are dyed orange from dipping in and grabbing handfuls of this spicy deliciousness and shoving it in her face. Life should be good. She has a table full of food, but it's not. This food isn't doing its job. Where are the happy chemicals? She doesn't understand. Why isn't food fixing how I feel? She needs something more. She needs a wheelchair. She needs to escape from the reality. She needs to stop thinking about everything for a moment. But if she stops, she won't think of an excuse. What is she going to do? There's nobody to vent to. There's nobody to shout at. There's nobody to insult and to demean and to make look disgusting and revolting, to divert attention, because she's not online. What's she going to do? This is driving her insane. Well, allow me to help you. You might not be watching me, but I bet you're watching somebody. So maybe this message will come through to you. You could blame aliens. Aliens is a good excuse. Aliens is quite popular in certain countries as an explanation for stuff. Maybe paranormal stuff. That's a good excuse too. In both cases, you're a victim. Maybe a crisis of faith. That's quite convincing. Or it would be if you actually practiced the faith in the first place. So let's forget about that one. Maybe a health thing. I mean, that is entirely believable. But you did announce your absence prior to the health thing, so it would look suspiciously coincidental. Maybe you could blame your mental health. I mean, you did mention it when you started talking about going away, but if you haven't actively sought and in this time period actually had some therapy, then nobody would take that excuse seriously. So the only things to blame are Salah and Salah. Oh dear, you're a bit stuck, aren't you? Because Salah has every reason to be angry with you. Every reason. So that doesn't really make you look like a victim. It makes you look like the perpetrator of your own demise. So that leaves us, your haters. We will be, without doubt at all, and I'm 100% convinced about this, we will be the reason everything went pear-shaped. You're going to blame us. And I tell you what, go ahead, because we know it's your fault, and we know you are literally, physically, emotionally, psychologically, intellectually, even biologically incapable of taking accountability. So we will take the fall and we will make videos about it. Now let's face the facts as we know them. Currently, you're due for a visa hop. However, e-visas are no longer a thing. So you have to leave the country and then try and get a visa upon arrival, as opposed to already having gotten your visa via email. Which brings up some issues, doesn't it? Firstly, the person who issues the visa will actually physically look through your passport and see all the stamps of you coming and going and coming and going and coming and going back and forth into Kuwait over a 2-year period and say, this person sure loves this country a lot and takes a lot of holidays. Methinks this is a bit suspicious. They'll look at you and say, where's your health medical exemption certificate? And you will say, I'm perfectly healthy, there's nothing to worry about. And he'll go, don't be stupid. You're obviously not perfectly healthy. So there's that. What else? The obvious demise of your marriage. Salah in the last life obviously didn't want to be shown, and yet somehow you managed to show his reflection in the TV. That's well, you're a bit of an nincompoop, aren't you? I mean, you're not so devious, clever and conniving to have done that on purpose, but still, it's something that could have been avoided. And he looked broken. He looked like he's been through literal heck, in fact, which is pretty much how BB looked towards the end of your relationship too. We'll call that the foodie effect. So, well, wherever you are at the moment, I'm pretty confident you're sitting on a computer chair in front of a table that's covered in food, surrounded by food wrappers and empty bottles, and probably off your gourd and some sort of plant-like substance. And we'll be there when you come back wearing your red lippy and telling everybody your side of the story. Anyway, foodie, enjoy the food. It's all you've got.